What's up, bro?
Good boy.
Yeah, you're kind of freezing there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
starting to get better. Starting to get better.
Ah, okay, okay.
What's up, man?
Yeah, good. You, bro?
Awesome. I just came out of a 2 hour podcast like an hour ago.
What's that about?
Basically, the decline of the West, masculinity in modern times, and that kind of stuff. It's coming out
Yeah.
tomorrow, probably.
It is very good, bro. I like the stuff.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good one, and hopefully
Yeah.
this one as well. So
I hope
I actually
so.
thought this was going to be the first podcast, but it ended up being earlier the one I had with Torbjorn. So
Mhm.
that's the thing. So with uh, let's start with the premise. So we're going to be doing like 2 weeks of coaching calls starting today.
Mhm.
So it should
Mhm.
be around 25th. It should be like our final episode of this series, and we're
Mhm.
going to we're going to be doing like self improvement coaching calls, like making sure
Mhm.
you are sticking to your three core self improvement habits, like meditation, working out, and reading, and building upon that foundation your business. So scaling up your online business.
Mhm.
So
It's very good.
those are our goals for the upcoming 2 weeks, and it
Mhm.
all begins with having your schedule on point. So we should we should get ready your schedule. I'm going to send you later through WhatsApp examples of mine, so you can base it upon that, and of
Mhm.
my other coaching clients, so you can see how is the structure and the layout and all the stuff.
Mhm. Okay.
But that's basically the main idea,
Mhm.
and we're going to go into depth. I don't know if exactly in this episode or in the next one, but I do want to go into depth of why we are doing self improvement. What is actually the reason? Because self
Mhm.
improvement, just for the sake of it, is masturbation, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's
What
true.
are we? What are we optimizing for? What are we improving for? Really? Have you ever
So
thought
I
about
do
it?
so. No, I've never thought about, but I do self improvement for my mental health. So when I was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was a very bad mental health. But when I started to do meditation and stuff, so my mental health goes well, and now it's very well. So that's why I'm doing self improvement.
Yeah, I believe in the beginning we all start with self improvement because we're trying to run away from something. We're trying to escape some sort of suffering, some sort of pain. But there
Hmm.
comes a point where we have overcome perhaps that depression, perhaps those mental health problems, and it becomes to feel like sort of empty. Like it starts to be just some sort of task that we perform to sustain ourselves, to have that
Hmm.
foundation. But the
Yeah.
thing is, what are we building and what are we optimizing for? It is all about purpose. It is all about overcoming ourselves to build something greater than ourselves.
Yeah.
And and I do believe that that's the root of what we're trying to achieve. That's the point of, for example, every tree has its roots, Our roots would be the escaping from that suffering. But the thing that we're
Yeah.
aspiring for, the thing our branches will be stretching towards, it's the sun. It's our goals, it's our purpose. So,
Yeah.
have you thought about what's the purpose behind improving yourself? The purpose you're aspiring towards?
Yeah, my purpose is actually my family. So I want to surround my family uh, with myself, with my money and stuff. So the purpose of me is my family and the people that I care about. So I want them to live good lives and they relaxing lives. So that's why I'm doing self improvement and business and stuff actually.
So, I do believe that's the goal, man. I do believe that's the goal, and to achieve that, we need to start looking towards what are the best ways to actually achieve that. How can you protect and how can you take care properly of your family if you don't have like a healthy environment for them. So the goal is not just to make money, it's not just to get wealthy. It's actually beyond that. It's actually about improving ourselves and improving by extension the world around us. Because
Yeah.
if we become ourselves an example, we can we can shine that, we can radiate that towards others, and we can start building something greater than ourselves. Right
Yeah, for sure,
now,
man.
right now, society is, especially in the Western world, is it's actually pretty degenerate, and it's actually going down a rabbit hole that is just destroying itself. These
Yeah.
these recent the recent developments of wokeism and all that kind of stuff has grown very rapidly and has become like a virus throughout the whole society, and it's affecting even places outside the Western world. And this has become a really big problem, but it's just part of the natural cycles of history. I do study a lot anthropology, history, and civilizations, like everything else, have life cycles, and the
Yeah.
Western world is actually in its final stages of this life cycle. That's why it's crumbling,
Yeah.
and that's why it's committing civilizational suicide in some ways.
Yeah, yeah, brother.
But
You're too right.
the way to actually overcome this is to create parallel societies, parallel cultures that embrace the virtues and values that have created such a virile and strong new societies, strong new civilizations. So that's the way forward to escape this collapse that is happening right now. That's the reason why you see so many young men with mental health problems. That you see so many people with depression, so many people atomized, and they don't have a community. They don't have a sense of belonging. They don't have anything to die for, so they don't have anything to live for either.
Yeah. Yeah, you're too right. So I think the Western, you know, they lose the family and tribe kind of stuff. Like they don't have peoples. They don't care about peoples. They just care about themselves. But this makes them just too sufferable. Suffer. Yeah. So they suffer from mental health. They suffer from their relationships because they don't care about the other side. They don't care about their family. They don't care about their partner. They don't care about their friends. So I think that's why the social environment in West so collapsing.
exactly. So that's that's the thing we're trying to build here. That's the thing I'm pushing forward. That's the reason I created my YouTube channel. That's the reason I'm doing these coaching calls, and I'm trying to connect one on one with people, with young men, to help them achieve their goals, to help them build their character, to help them develop the kind of values I want to see in society, the kind of values, and also to gather a tribe, because the masculine essence relies on building a perimeter and taking care of that perimeter and expanding it. You know,
Yes.
you need to be able to determine who are your people, what you are fighting for, what you want to build. That's where masculinity grows. That's why masculinity grows in the frontiers. That's why men create the greatest and strongest bonds of brotherhood when they are fighting to actually build something together.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And that's the reason why you see so much young guys lost, purposeless, feeling that
Yeah,
lack of meaning in their lives.
yeah. There are so many reasons, like their lack of meaning, their lack of discipline and stuff. So nowadays it's easy to uh, it's very easy. You can just outcompete them in anything. So because they're not disciplined, they're not masculine enough to compete with anyone who is disciplined and stuff.
Exactly. So this is the first stages of what we're building here is to get to get guys to start building themselves up, to start getting into self improvement, to do the core habits, to build a solid foundation, to create this bond, this
Yeah,
masculine brotherhood that will allow us to start building something greater. So this is now through coaching calls, but we are aspiring to build a community
yeah,
that can serve as a parallel civilization, as a parallel society. There's this concept now that it's been around like for a year or so, very recently, called network states. I do find it very very appealing, but so far I have seen that most of the people who are pushing forward these network states, they are very intelligent people, very prepared, but they are mostly from the tech industry, and they are mostly they're just nerds. They just don't have any
yeah, yeah,
passion. They just don't have any fire inside of them, and I can see how they don't have this masculine drive, and they don't have these cohesive values and principles that will lead to building actually strong societies. So they are actually starting to build these kind of communities where people are actually connecting, and their idea is to eventually start to create hubs in different cities and different places where all these people are coming together, and people who are inside these kind of communities can travel freely from one hub of these network states to others. It's kind of like a decentralized government that
hmm,
will parallel actual governments, and it's exactly kind of the same thing that they are doing with Bitcoin and all these kind of crypto things, cryptocurrencies. So
yeah. I'm
it's
into cryptocurrency, so I can
it's
relate to
kind
that.
yeah, exactly, it's kind of something like that, because cryptocurrency is coming to replace old style currencies like hard money. Is coming to replace that. So they are envisioning network states that can replace current government setups, you know. And this is a very
Yeah.
ambitious idea, but I do
Yeah.
believe
Me too.
it's going to be harder to create that with the current lack of social cohesion in these network
Yeah.
states, because they want to create it with some only with the vague idea that, hey, let's go, let's be all friends, let's be all doing our stuff and get together in these kind of nice places, and it just sounds so fucking weak. It just sounds so
Yeah.
sad and kind of pathetic, to be honest. I want vibrant communities. I want people who come together because they have values, they have shared visions and shared goals for the future. They want to create a more strong community. They want to create a more strong tribe. They want to create. They want to have. They want to protect their families. They want to create kind of these kind of societies where masculinity is something to aspire to, where the tactic where the tactic virtues, the tactic virtues of masculinity are the pillars of every young man's life.
Mhm.
So I
So they
would
just
recommend you.
care
Yeah,
about.
tell me.
Yeah, no, you said.
No, you go. Don't worry.
So I'm gonna say like the cryptocurrency guys just about money, so they don't care about. They just care about the fancy car. They just care about the supercar they buy, the fancy home. They don't care about the family, the values, the tribe and stuff. So
So this is exactly what I want to develop, what I want to create with this project that we are going through. So that's the thing. It's it just because I remember back in the day when I was still starting on my self improvement journey, when I was still just I was already doing the good habits. I had laid this foundation. I was trying these different business ventures and whatnot, but I still felt this emptiness inside me because I had achieved a certain level of a good mental health. I felt more peaceful. I felt greater. I felt better with myself, and I was doing
mhm,
all these good habits. But I thought to myself, where is the meaning? Where is the purpose? What should I be
yeah.
building? What should I be striving for? You know? And
Mhm.
I used to go through those a lot of different YouTube channels on self improvement and whatnot. I remember still I would still find myself looking for this video, this YouTuber or whatever that would
Mhm.
actually change my life, that would actually give me that kind of meaning, that kind of drive, that would actually give me something to fight for. You know, this
Yeah.
great cause, this something that we could build. I i never found it.
Yeah, because there is no.
There is none. So this is exactly what I was looking for, what I'm building right now. I'm sorry, I just there's like exactly like yesterday. There's like a blackout right now. So
No problem. You
yeah.
can. I
So
can see you.
this is exactly what I realized. There's nothing like it.
Mhm.
There's nothing that will take you out of this, just the of being, just that feeling of watching someone else through a call screen and not
Mhm.
building anything, not doing anything, just taking in information in a passive way. Even if you are applying it to your own life, you're not coming through the screen, you're not transcending
Yeah.
the internet world, this world of virtual reality. And I just wanted to build something that was able to transcend that. The closest thing I have seen so far is this thing which is in a very small scale, but is going on right now with, for example, Adonis School from Hansa,
Yeah.
that some guys are actually coming together and deciding to go live with each other in some villa or
Yeah.
something in Bali for a couple of months, and that's very fun. That's fine and stuff, and but that's just a lesser version of what I'm striving for, of what I want to build here. It's just a lesser version of it. I want something way bigger. I want to actually start building real communities out of this.
Yeah.
Begin begin helping people, begin helping young men like that feel aimless, that feel like they have no purpose in their lives, that they haven't built this character, they haven't developed these traits, or are striving to become even better than they already are. Once we have developed enough, we can start doing this thing, but in a much greater scale than just going a couple of us, let's say to Bali or something, or Thailand.
Yeah.
Instead of that,
Talent.
doing
Okay.
way bigger than that, going way bigger.
Yeah.
So imagine how crazy it would be for me to go on YouTube with a couple of thousand people watching me and announce, "Hey, we are ready. We're going to buy a ship and we're going to sail across across the Atlantic Ocean."
Yeah.
Me
It's a
and
very good idea.
yeah, me and a lot of these my subscribers, the people in my community. Well, we're going to do this. So
Yeah.
imagine
It's
that.
very good.
Imagine we
It
were
was
to
very good.
create such a tribe, and we were to establish some. Let's say we would buy a compound in some place like Thailand, for example. I doesn't anything else comes to my mind right now, but maybe in Hawaii or something, and have a compound there, and have a ship, and start sailing across across the ocean, and start building our very own community there. Start training, start doing martial arts, start building more, start building software, start doing YouTube, start building
Yeah.
profitable businesses, perhaps creating our very own cryptocurrency. I mean,
It is a very good idea. It was
the
very good.
possibilities are endless, and this is
Endless.
what
Yeah.
we're trying to create here, and that's what I want my guys to join. So this is why I'm trying
Hmm.
to coach all these people. This is why I'm trying to build them up and help them. And it all starts at the individual level. It all starts with your own core habits. It all starts with your own character building process, and it all starts with the things that you do daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anybody who tells you
That.
that the world needs to change for you to be happier or something is lying to you. The first thing that has to change is you. You have to change yourself
Yeah.
if you want to change the world in any meaningful way.
Yeah. You're right,
So,
man.
so this is
The idea
that
is very good.
a journey of transformation. Thank you. So today we begin with your timetable. Like I said, this should be. Let me look for it so you can have a good example of it. This is my latest version of a timetable. Can you see it in the screen there?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it.
So this is basically the format, and here
Mm-hmm.
is the part where you have like a ratio of completion of your timetable.
Mm-hmm.
The all these little emojis like the animals and stuff, it's actually very important. It's actually a way to gamify the whole self-improvement process. It's going to actually help you like stay consistent and help you track in a more meaningful way your progress daily. I have created like let me show you It's very easy because you can actually even create it in your very own. This is done in the app, in the apps. I mean, in the Notes app of the iPhone.
Hmm.
So you can
I'm
see
using
here.
Notion, so
Yeah, people are crazy about Notion lately. But as you can see, I have here
hmm
like 676 days already recorded on my timetable. So it's like the date format is like this. You place the date. After that, you place
hmm
the day of the week, and then the
hmm
week that you're currently in. So how many weeks have you been doing self improvement, or more so like using the timetable, right?
yeah. hmm
So that's the format in which we're going to set up the timetable.
hmm
The thing is, that's the good thing. Like I don't know if I told you in our last in our previous call, but people tend to think that the timetable is like some sort of a prison, but it is not. It's just a guideline for your day. It's the way that
Yeah.
you get the most out of your days, and you actually plan them ahead with your goals in mind. Because if not, you're going to have still some sort of routine, but the difference is that your routine won't be actually informed by your goals, by your long-term goals, but it will be informed by your lowest base desires, and it will get you
Yeah.
to engage in addictions like porn, video games, substances, and all kind of instant gratification stuff, which will not build your life in any meaningful way and will not allow you to achieve your goals at all. It's a
hmm
miracle you can achieve your goals despite that kind of interference.
hmm
So
So
that's
I
where we're
can
started. Yeah, tell me.
mhm. So I can set up a timetable now. I have a goal sheet, so I can set up a timetable with you if you want. I can do
Perfect.
it tomorrow or later.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now because every day you're going to send me at the end of the day you're going to send me your timetable with all
Mhm.
the with all the habits you have completed from the timetable marked off, so I can keep you accountable. So you cannot be a little
Okay,
thief
now
with me.
I'm
You got to do the work here. I'll keep you accountable.
now I'm creating the Notion template. So basically, I'm waking about like 6 a.m. or 6:30. I'm
That's good. That's
writing
good.
down this. I'm waking up,
You can share the
and
screen,
then
by
I
the way.
can.
You can do a presentation so I
o-
can actually help you out on the structure.
Okay, it will be very 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 good. Okay, I'm
By the
gonna
way,
share the
I
screen.
wanted to ask you with regards to doing the timetable in Notion, because I do worry a little bit about that. Is it going to be easy for you to reach that timetable? Is it on your phone?
Yeah, yeah, it's on my phone.
Yeah, awesome.
So I'm not sharing the screen where present now. Mm, so now, does it came?
Yeah, it's starting to show. Yeah, awesome.
Okay, so the Notion is in there. So
Hmm.
I write 6 a.m. waking up, and I can just say here 6:30, like going to the gym or going to the running. I love running, so I can
That's
write.
very good. Actually, running specifically in the heat style, so high intensity running, like in intervals,
Mhm.
it's been proven to raise your testosterone levels up to 225% more than
Yeah,
usual.
yeah. Sprinting is very good for testosterone and your mind actually.
exactly.
I'm doing sprinting, so I'm just writing down sprinting.
So I would recommend you to not actually like place like a habit the waking up part. I just recommend you to place it like in this way, like in brackets, time brackets. Like from 6 a.m. Let's say in my case from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. I record YouTube videos. So that implies that I
Huh.
wake up at 6 a.m. I mean
Yeah,
at
yeah,
four
yeah.
a.m.
It's yeah, you're right. Um, 6:30 to mm, I like run for 1 hour. So is that good?
Yeah, yeah, that's good. By the way, the idea would be here to have like an entire folder that is filled with your routine habits. So, for example, for me, it's easier like this. You see, here on the folder routine. You see,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you get in
Yeah.
there, and there you have every single new file is like has the date. So here you can see the date, and it's the
Mm-hmm.
whole the whole date format, and then in each individual file you enter, and there you have like the routine set up for you and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that
We
would
can
be the
set
idea.
up. Yeah, we can set up dates in here. So I can say like 2025. Like I can set up dates. So I can. Yeah. So the second thing that I'm doing in mornings, I'm meditating. So I'm just going to say meditating
Perfect.
8 to. I'm meditating like maximum of 20 minutes. So
That's good.
meditating. So okay. Then I'm just go into the straight up things in business. So I had a couple of meetings there, and the road is actually very long because I am in a different city than my construction.
Hmm.
So there's a very very big difference. I'm just going to say 8:3 to working.
Perfect.
So is that good?
Yeah, you're missing only one thing, which is reading.
Hmm. I'm generally reading in night, so like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.
So
So
place it around there, from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Reading.
mhm. um, I think I don't need to write down a lunch or dinner section, right?
Well, I actually started writing down that, but I'm not counting it as a habit as such. Just as a reminder.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I do like a lot more than Notion. The setup of just simply the Google the apps the notes app from the iPhone, because
Mhm.
I'm
I'm not using Apple, so.
I guess it's just no. I used to actually I started using it on my other phone, and I started doing it in, you see, I started doing it
Hmm.
in Android at the beginning.
Hmm.
So the setup is pretty much the same. It's not very every almost every app, almost every notes app has these check boxes, and you can place
Hmm.
the dates at the the hours, the hour brackets in one place, and right beside them you can place the other thing. You see, and I had
Mm-hmm.
this because in Notion I'm not seeing like the, well, you can actually do it, but yeah, I guess I just don't like Notion.
I think Notion is good for me, but that's because Notion. I'm using Notion like 3 or 2 years. So it's good for me. It's just a habit for me. Notion is um, writing down my goals, writing down the books that I need to read. I write down some infos that I need to know about business and sales letter. So it's a good software for me.
So now you need to place down like the reading bracket, and after that the completion, the ratio of completion of your your daily tasks.
hmm I'm just going to say gym. I'm going to say gym because okay, then and then I working like yeah. I'm just reading like 1 hour a day to
Important. Don't just place reading, but place the book that you are actually reading right now.
hmm
It's important to have that sense of direction, because if when you're going to sit down to read, you have to uh, make a decision of what you're going to read in that moment, then it's going to take up mental points, like from you, from you, you know. So write down exactly the book
hmm
you're reading right now, so you make sure you don't have to use your willpower or your
yeah,
decision making.
yeah, you're right. So I'm reading right now. I'm reading now like 3 books. So I'm just gonna choose one of them. So thing is, I think your next moves is very good book. So I'm just gonna read that. Yeah.
Perfect. So you got
Okay.
there like one, two, three, four, five. You got five tasks for your day.
hmm
Let's prepare then a completion ratio of your routine, like the one I showed you.
hmm
So we make
hmm
sure you are something like this.
Yeah. Okay. So can I write it down? No. Yeah. It's good. So what can ratio of com? So I can use emojis, right?
Yeah.
What's the emoji that
Yeah.
zero
Let
five like?
zero five is just not an option. So just don't even place it there. Zero five is just
Yeah,
not an option. You need to understand this.
it's not an option.
You cannot, yeah, exactly. You start a one, and one you can place
Mhm.
a monkey there, so you feel the shame of just doing one of your tasks.
Yeah, you're right. Two is two is fucked up. To two is like
Two Two could
shit
be
face.
two could be like a monkey. No, I mean like a donkey, or maybe some sort of kind of shameful animal, but sort of hardworking. So the donkey would be a good idea. I actually
Yeah,
have placed
donkey.
in mind a horse.
Mm-hmm. Where is the donkey? So yeah, I can just use camel, right? Camels.
Yeah, a camel is it's actually a good idea.
And tree, I think tree is bad too because that's our really easy to maintain. So
Yeah,
I can
so
use an animal.
for
What?
three, I personally have the bull.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
bull,
can.
yeah. So you could place there like a bull or maybe a fox or something like that. Something a little bit more interesting, but not so dignified that you actually want to stick only to that.
Yeah, fox. Fox is a good choice.
Exactly. So for four, I would recommend you to place something like perhaps a wolf or a bat.
It's a good, but that is good. And five, I think my favorite animal is actually eagle, so I'm gonna use eagle for
Oh
it.
wait, well you got five in total.
Mm-hmm. I think five. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah.
Yeah, so scrap that one. The bat, instead of a bat, you're going to place there a lion.
Mm-hmm.
Completing almost
Okay.
all your tasks should be a lion day.
Five is lion. Okay.
Yeah, the four is lion, and the five it can be the eagle. Yeah, the eagle is actually
Okay.
a very powerful symbol.
I love eagle, so
Yeah, my
uh,
guy from
where is
Switzerland actually has the eagle as well as his top uh, animal spirit animal token for completing all his daily tasks.
I love eagles, so I want to feed the eagle, but I don't think I can handle the eagle. So yeah, is that good?
Yeah, that's perfect. So now
Okay.
you just have to that that came across like that ended upside down. So, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Yeah.
idea. So every day after you finish up marking your tasks,
Mhm.
you'll send me your timetable, and
Okay.
make sure to have the date in there
Mhm.
so we can actually measure
Yeah.
your progress across time.
Okay, we can just.
Yeah, that's going to be a little hard to place that every day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I love the timetable. I think it's looking good. So
It's going to be a very powerful tool. Trust me.
yeah, I think timetable is very important for your willpower and uh, not being decision fatigue. So it's so good
Exactly.
for that stuff. So I can stop representing that now. Okay.
So now it's very important to be very clear on what you're going to do every day before you start your next day. You need to know what you're going to do. Eventually,
Yeah.
we when we have I believe when we have crossed if we are doing well after the first week, and you're getting consistent with all your habits, we should start moving into more advanced territory, like for example, including into your timetable daily affirmations, like once
Mhm.
in the morning and once in the evening. It's very important that you'll
Mhm.
see that it's very useful to reprogram your mind. It's kind of like a self hypnosis thing where
Yeah.
you'll start building up an entirely new identity that will allow you shall be the vehicle towards your goals. And also we're going to start getting into a business territory, so we're going to start planning and executing to actually scale your online business and begin with that in the following days, after I can see you are already consistent enough with your daily tasks. All
Mhm.
right? So does
Okay.
that
Okay.
sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Perfect. So I believe that's everything for today. I think
Yeah,
we got it all right.
I think it's a very good technique because I didn't use timetable like 1 month or so. Like this kind of stuff is great for me. I kept myself accountable, so I
Yes,
love
sir.
the coaching and that stuff.
Yeah. So that's it for today, man. I had a great time, and I do believe we're going to make some killer progress in these 2 weeks.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I look forward for keep working with you, man. Just
Yeah,
welcome to the tribe.
yeah, thank you, man.
I'll see you soon, man.
Yeah,
Take
see you
care.
soon, man.